fucking pregnant simple. My name is Jasmine, aka Sunfire. Y'all don't see me up this early. But here I am. The reason why I'm here is because I had a dream. Actually, it was a chain of events. Thank you. Um, Yesterday, I was going to come home and do a reading, right? And Spirit said no. So I was like, okay, I'm tired. I just got out of work. I was tired and I didn't feel like cooking. The Spirit guided me to cook. So I wound up going to the grocery store and I'm like, I have no idea what I want to cook. So I'm walking and as I'm walking, I start grabbing a list of things. I'm hearing this grocery list in my head. So the first thing I grab is some pasta. Alfredo to be exact. I don't know why this has any, maybe some of y'all like Alfredo. I don't know. And then I grabbed some salmon. And then I grabbed some cooking oil. And then I grabbed some seasonings. Only 3 spices though. Garlic herb, Himalayan pink salt, and pepper. They telling me to tell y'all. Okay. So I grabbed that and then I go and I was gonna grab some fresh vegetables, but I was like, I didn't like the prices of them. So I went around to the frozen side. I got one of my favorite little melons with the broccoli, the cauliflower, and the carrots. And I go to checkout. I make my purchases. And I go back. I come back here. And I prepared the meal. As you see, the screenshot, the thumbnail is actually the salmon that I crusted. I was gonna say blackened, but it's crusted. And it's my first meal I've cooked in months. And I was like, wow. So I'm shocking myself, right? Anyway, the food was delicious. And as I was eating, I heard look up the meaning of the salmon. So I looked it up and I got that it was the divine's food. So, with that being said, divine masculine, divine feminine, Spirit wants y'all to partake in this divine food. Okay? If y'all are not in union with your counterparts, this is what they're asking you to do. Okay? Some of y'all are coming close to being in union, and they ask, wanting you to partake in this. Thank you. Hey, can you give me a spoon? Partake in this meal. I don't know if they want to take the same meal. You put whatever you want with it, I guess. But salmon is key, okay? As I looked up this meaning of the salmon, I got this little legend. And it was talking about how there was a young lady. It said that she was the only sibling. You don't have to be. But you could have been the only sibling that accepted the divine or accepted this journey or was chosen for this journey, okay? And you chose to stay on this path. Well, this young lady's parents passed away. So she was orphaned, really. And she was all left to fend for herself. And in the process, she had to learn how to take care of herself. And there was a river called Amur, Amur. And she said the river came to life and it was storming. Thank you, Spirit. It was storming. And as she was coming there, as the water was rising, she started seeing fish heads. And then she started seeing fish tails coming towards her. And they got bigger and larger and faster. And as she was sitting there and the storm started raging, the river started raging, the fish, the salmon, came out of the river, started heading towards her home. And they got to her door, and then they told her to eat me. Take me, kill me, and eat me. And she looked shocked. She looked shocked. So, y'all forgive me, I'm preparing my coffee while I give you this. She looked shocked, so she grabbed, not wanting to disobey the fish, because this fish is also represented as a deity in this in the river. Okay, so she didn't want to disobey, so the, she grabbed the fish and she took a willow branch. Now it's common folklore that you should only kill a salmon with the willow branch because of it's a honorable kill. Is what I'm hearing. It's a clean kill. Okay, hit it upside the head, and then it's ready to go. But she goes and she prepares this fish. Now the fish told her before she did this, the fish told her, "Take me in your home, prepare me, and eat me. But as soon as you finish eating me, go to sleep, rest." So she obeyed. She obeyed this fish. She goes in, she prepares the fish, she eats the fish, and she goes straight to bed immediately. She falls asleep. She wakes up in the twilight hour, like now. I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. And you cheated. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the reading. Sorry, that was a side note. She goes and she wakes up in the waking hour, right? And she sees this dark shadow standing in the corner. And this dark figure walks into the light. And this figure turns out to be her divine husband, her counterpart. So I thought that was rather neat. Spirit guided me to go eat this fish. So I did exactly as this fable said. Prepared the fish, I ate the fish, and I took my butt to sleep. And when I woke up in a dream with my divine counterpart, my husband. And I woke up to him shaking his head like this and mumbling under his breath. And I'm like, I hear a woman's voice. And I'm looking at him like, who is that? Now, mind you, I'm being triggered because previous relationship I was cheated on. So this whole experience was triggering me. And I'm like, looking like, oh gosh, I'm thinking I'm waking up to my ex. Well, here we go, catching somebody cheating again. That's the first thought that came through my mind in this dream. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, who is that? And he looked at me, he just shook his head and handed me the phone. So I'm listening to the messages, and it's his ex Karmic. And she's trying to tempt him. Now, mind you, this Karmic had a record of cheating on him with one of his brothers or family members. And I'm like, why is she calling you? Now, we're married now. We're in union and we're married and living together in this beautiful home, right? Everything's good between us. And this just happened out the blue. So I'm like, scratching my head like, what's wrong with this woman, We done got married, done got a home and all this. So this happened, this could be, I don't know, time reference. The time for that to happen, it could have been a months, years, you know what I'm saying, down the road. All I know is, he just said, I don't know. I actually wrote it down. Let me read it to you. I'd rather read it to you instead of from memory. Said, I woke up hearing a woman's voice begging for my husband to call her, that she really needed to talk to him. But he was shaking his smacking his lips and mumbling under his breath. And I asked him, who was that? And he handed me the phone, and it was his ex who cheated on him with his brother. I asked him, why was she calling him? And he stated that he didn't know. But from the sounds of it, she wanted me to come over to her house. I never responded because you just woke up and here we are. So he told me to ask her. Like, ask her why I was asking him why she was calling, okay? I asked her what she wanted. So I texted her and I asked her why was she calling. And she said, I want you, she think I'm him because I'm texting. She said, I want you to come back home. So I replied, I got a wife. And she responded, now I seen this clearly, clear as day. And there's some emojis, okay? She replied with, what does being married with a ring and puff clouds got to do with anything? Got to do with me. Got to do with anything. And at that point, me and him read the text and shook our heads. And I said, what if you had married her? And I was like, do you really think that she would have been honest or faithful to you? And he said, no. And I blocked her. And then that's when I woke up, okay? And I told my son about the dream. And then everything has been moving strategically. There was more to it that happened yesterday before today, or night before last. This has been leading up since I did my last reading, okay? I'm going to tell you about that. But Spirit, when I woke up, I asked Spirit some questions, and they were saying that I thought, because in the dream, I felt panicked. So they were saying that was a trigger for me due to a past experience. But there was no cheating actually going on here, okay? The masculine was being tested. Okay, his karmic was trying to tempt this masculine, and I was being tested as well, whether or not I would believe him or not, or trust that he was being honest with me. Okay, so they were saying it was basically a false alarm, but a intruder alert. Okay, there was an intruder trying to come into between a union. Okay, so for some of y'all, this may be relevant. Okay. I started pulling cards on this dream. Spirit had me pull 2 decks. And I pulled out the Dream of Oracle Tarot and the Gateway of Divine Tarot. And as I shuffling, I do the Dream of Oracle Tarot first. Dream of Gaia, excuse me. I do that deck first. And I got Desire, Destiny, and I'm not sure what this card is. I tell you what it is. I think it's a fire element. Yeah, it's fire, which is a 4 of fire, like the 4 wands. So this is like the 4 wands, okay? And what I'm gathering is this masculine honored his marriage. And I'm going to tell you why I say that, because I clarified with the tarot deck, Divine Tarot, and I got some energies there. We're not going to dive into that just yet, because I had just got started reading through here to see what Spirit was telling me, what this is all about. Okay, for some of y'all, this could be happening now, and for some of y'all, this could be coming in. Okay, some of y'all have not gotten in the union yet, so this is really like a warning, because Divine don't want these karmics to destroy these unions, okay? And it's more so of a warning, okay, to Divine Masculine that he's going to be tempted, Okay, once he comes into union with his divine feminine, he's going to be tempted to come to not honor his union. Okay, in my dream, this masculine did not dishonor his union. He just, you know, the karmic. He didn't even respond to the karmic, and she was blocked, and that was that on that. Okay, that cycle closed out. But for some of you, it may play out different. I don't know. Okay, based on what you're going through, what you're experiencing. Okay, but back to what I was saying. Um, the night before yesterday, before I prepared, after I did your readings, um, did that reading, I went out and I did some more work, and I went and picked up my son. And after I finished that reading, I returned to work, and I had got off from work early and went and picked my son up. And as I'm picking him up, he's taking forever to come out, and that normally don't happen. Now I knew I had to wait 30 minutes because I got there like 30 minutes early, but it took him almost an hour to come out after he was clocked out, and I was like, what is going on? So I'm sitting there and I'm picking up all this energy. I'm getting this, I'm frustration, I'm feeling anger, and then I'm feeling irritation. So I was like, one of these is mine, but not all. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is going on? I didn't have no cards with me, so I had to just breathe out, and keep going, you know? So I'm sitting there. Trying to process all these emotions. Now, mind you, before I went and picked my son up, there was no traffic. When he finally decides to come out, and all the roads was clear. I mean, it's crazy because when he finally comes out of his job, gets in the car, I'm fussing because I'm like, what's taking you so long? I've been ready to go. I actually had to use the restroom, so I know the frustration was probably mine because I had to go, you know. So I'm trying to get back so I can use the restroom. And I'm like, where the hell all this traffic come from? It's traffic galore out there. And I'm like, you know, traffic's out there, the police out there, they got the roads blocked off, certain, and they were sending traffic in one direction. And I'm like, what the hell? You know? So I'm like refusing to go in the direction they're trying to send me because it's not in the direction I need to go. So then I heard in my head from a reader that I used to listen to. She said that there's going to be a time where you're trying to get somewhere and you're going to feel like everything's blocking you from getting to that direction. And that's due to the Most High causing detours to slow you down because he's protecting you from something. I had no idea what he was protecting me from. But that memory came in my head, so I started to calm down. But I was still frazzled because I'm like, why in traffic roadblocks? And I'm like, was I sitting there that long, you know? So, I don't know. This may happen, okay? I did have a vision a while back where a masculine was trying to get to his divine feminine, and he was followed by the karmic. Now, I did that. Thank you, Spirit. I did that a long time ago, okay? That was when I did that reading. And the karmic followed him to the divine feminine's location. So that came back to mind. So I'm like, okay, well, did my masculine go to my place and y'all trying to stop me? So I don't know. I never put any energy on that. So if it come out in the reading, then cool. I just know I'm sharing you the events that led up to now, okay? And let's see. Also, it's like other visions, bits and pieces of my visions have been popping up. I had a vision where, I don't know if I shared that with y'all. It's that same reading where the masculine had appeared and came into union with the divine feminine, and then the karmic approached the divine feminine for altercation. I don't know if I shared that with y'all, but either way, this karmic busts up in this bar where the divine feminine and divine masculine is celebrating, and she hollers, I'm here. And you know, that happened in reality. I pulled up at a gas station, and that's the first thing I hear is, "I'm here." And I'm looking around like, "Who and where?" You know what I'm saying? And then that part of that dream came back, and I'm like, "What the heck?" So there was bits and pieces of dreams that had not came into fruition. I didn't understand them, but now they're starting to make sense. They're times and events, like a map, but they was not in the right order. Okay, so some of y'all may be experiencing this. You've had dreams. If you've been keeping notes with your dreams, pay attention because you may be seeing signs of bits and pieces of dreams you had in the past. Okay, that is running current with today. Okay, so that has been happening a lot for me lately. Parts of my dreams that I didn't see coming to fruition are coming into fruition. Okay, it's weird, but anyway, when I clarified these Gaia cards, I got the Knight of Cups in reverse for the desire, and then for the destiny, I got the Strength card, and then for the Four of Wands, I got the King of Wands and the World. Okay, so this could be a Sagittarius energy. All right, we got Earth, a lot of fire. Earth and a lot of fire. Now it's crazy because as I started doing this channeling for this dream I had to clarify it, I got some more information. I picked up more information. Okay, before I even just break down into this dream, I was looking at the card for the desire, and I'm gonna show it to you. This is the desire card, okay? And I was studying the card, and I see masculine energy, but I feel like that is and it's also like a youthful energy, okay? So what I'm seeing, this is a karmic, okay? A feminine karmic, but she's masculating, okay? And this is somebody who tried to outwit a divine masculine and a divine feminine in the past, and now she's intruding with this eye, trying to see what's going on with them because they came into union. If you see, this eye is dark and it looks angry. Okay, so that's what I picture. I see someone who's envious and is angry. Now the Lotus caught my attention, and this yellow dragon caught my attention. Okay, I looked the meanings up to that. Now, I got several, all right? The red lotus represents love, okay? So, she's looking at the love the two of them are sharing with each other. So, with this yellow dragon, it's going to intrigue you, okay? But the red lotus signifies love, care, affection, and other romantic feelings. So she's been spying on this divine masculine and this divine feminine while they're in union, sharing this great love. And I feel like she's envious with the eye of the love that he shares with her. Okay. Now, with the yellow dragon, I got incarnation of the yellow emperor of the center of the universe. Okay. Imperial dynasty, royal. They represent wisdom, good fortune, and power. Can control time and seasons. One of the most revered dragons, symbol of empire with warmth, wisdom, and wealth. Okay, so I asked Spirit, is this the energy that my divine masculine embodies? And they're like, yes. Okay. So for my divine masculine, he's represented as the yellow dragon. Okay, and I remember telling my divine masculine a long time ago that I was pulling energy, and I had a vision of him being a monk. And this dynasty, this imperial dynasty, is that time period. So it's crazy, So I'm sitting here. And as I'm telling him this, he strikes pose, and I just die laughing. I'm like, this boy's crazy. But because he didn't believe me. He didn't believe me, so he's making a joke of it, but I still see him striking his pose and he's squatting. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just seeing him in my head doing that pose. I cracked up that day. I still crack up every time I see it. Every time, sometimes I don't know if he thinks about it and it comes my way and it flashes in my head. And I find myself laughing about it. Sometimes it just, I don't know if y'all experience that with your counterparts, but I have those moments where I see him and doing things that of good memories in the past. I think the divine be behind that sometimes, you know. But also, they guided me to burn an orange candle. Okay. They guided me to burn an orange candle. They got me creating a candle over here. Okay. A certain kind of candle that they want me to burn. It's clearing out energy is what I was told. Okay, this candle they got me create. Some of y'all may need to get some candle work done by a white witch or a light worker. Okay, to do some energy clearing in your chakras. Okay. So anyway, this is all the information that I'm gathering from this these 6 cards. Well, 7 cards. Okay, 7 is also relevant. 7 is the number of the mystics. Okay, so and I'm gonna keep that to myself. Thank you, Spirit. They say names giving out too much information. But anyway, for those of you who don't know what incarnation means, I took the liberty of writing it down. It says incarnation, a person who embodies in the flesh of the deity, spirit, or abstract quality. Okay, so either my divine masculine or your divine masculine, if you're dealing with a fire sign, either your divine masculine is embodying this energy or they are actually this energy reincarnated in the flesh. Okay, all right, or this spirit lives within them. Okay, so and it makes sense because that is the true energy of my divine masculine. Someone who's warm, someone who's goal-oriented, focused, you know, on his lighter side. We ain't gonna talk about his dark side. We're gonna let that stay. But I also took the liberty of giving you the definition of reincarnation for those of you who don't understand reincarnation. It says the rebirth of a soul in a new body, a person or animal who is particular, whom's a particular soul is reborn, a new version of something from the past. Okay, so reincarnation means like I say I've been reincarnated, meaning my soul has lived many lifetimes but in different bodies. I've never looked the same. This lifetime I chose to look like this, you know. But as I looked up this lotus meaning, I also got the blue lotus and the white lotus. So they came with it. So I took it. All right. And I don't know how they represent in this reading, but we'll see. Okay. But the blue lotus represents spirit. It said it's the rash one, symbols a spirit's victory over wisdom and knowledge. And then I feel like with this right here, this reading is the wisdom. Okay, the spirit is giving you of what's to come. You will be tempted. It may not go exactly as this, my vision, but these karmics will try to tempt these masculines once y'all come into union. And spirit is trying to give you a heads up, okay, on what to be prepared for, divine masculine. It is a test, okay? It's a test to make sure you're going to be faithful to your union. All right, then we got the white lotus, which is peace. It represents peace. Symbols peace, purity, and calmness, okay? So, don't mind my drawings, okay? And then that's the blue lotus. All right, so that's the messages that I channeled before I dove too deep in here. Now, what I was getting because I was writing it down as I was, because I thought it was just for me, but Spirit told me to do a reading, okay? So I was writing, taking notes with the cards, and it says the Spirit is saying that this desire energy is the karmic, because the Knight of Cups came in reverse, the sun who's moody and jealous. Okay, the Knight of Cups have other meanings too, but that's what I first picked up when I saw it, so I figured that was the karmic. Now, the destiny and strength energy is the divine feminine, and the Four Wands, the King of Wands, and the World card is the divine masculine. Okay, I was reading, seeing what Spirit was telling me about the karmic, and it says the karmic was desiring to get the divine masculine back, but not because she wants him, but because she doesn't want the divine feminine to have him. So she was suffering. And she wanted him and the divine feminine to suffer with her. She was going against her religion to tempt the divine masculine away from his true purpose. Her sole desire was to fulfill her evil heart with knowing that she destroyed his union. Okay? So divine masculine, that's how far I've gotten. The Spirit told me to go live. Okay? So this karmic whole intention of coming back once you come into union with your divine feminine is not because she loves you. And I feel like she's going to portray that she loves you. Okay? With this red lotus here. She's going to come off because you're this yellow dragon. Her sole desire, this is somebody who's obsessed with you. Do you see how she's looking at you? But she don't see no, that body looks pale. There's no love in that energy. No warmth. And she feeds off your energy. Do you see the light of you glowing onto her? So this is an energy vampire here. But she's very stubborn with the round energy here. And with the bird's eye view, she thinks she can outwit the both of you. Okay? But she's looking with y'all, giving y'all the evil eye. Because she see how you love this divine feminine. Okay? And how the divine feminine loves you back. That's what I picked up off that card. Okay? So this karmic is only out to destroy your union and your love. And I feel like with this strength card, okay, this is what I was picking up off of this. That's the divine feminine back there. See how she caresses you? Okay? I feel like this may be the divine feminine's energy. This is your energy. But when the two of you together, you're this tiger back here. Okay? It's like this divine feminine makes you feel empowered, okay? She lets you guide her. You stand before her, okay? But yet she stands beside you at the same time. She's being a strong backbone for you, being the strength for you, giving you strength. And the strength of this connection is strong between the two of you. And I feel like because of that, this energy that you have with this divine feminine, it's totally different than what you have with this karmic. Some of y'all just take how it resonates. If you're the divine masculine and your divine feminine is coming away from a karmic, then take it vice versa. Divine feminine, you could be tempted by a karmic, okay? Once you come in union with your divine masculine. So take it how it resonates, okay? It depends on where you're at. Whoever's leaving the karmic and coming into union. One of you have already cleared yourself of karmics, okay? One of you haven't. And one of you still in the process of doing so, or was the last to come out of karmic field, okay? If you was the last to come out of karmic field, then there's a karmic going to test you. And if you was the one already out of karmic field, then this situation is going to trigger you. So you have to use your discernment to know whether or not your masculine or feminine is being truthful or honest with you, okay? This is a test. I'm strictly getting a test. Remember when I was telling y'all about the right hand of God and the vision that my son had, and the karmic was had one last chance to tempt this masculine away from this union? Well, here we are, okay? This is the last attempt. This is her last attempt. So Spirit is giving y'all a heads up. I don't care if the karmics hear this shit or not. Because what's written in stone is what's written in stone. You see what I'm saying? And what ain't, ain't. So it shall not be. That's why Spirit is putting it out here. Alright? So, we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep discovering what this karmic's up to. I've just been talking and sipping my coffee. It's getting cold, so. Which I don't mind cold coffee, but, you know. It's in the wee hours. But, you know, Spirit woke me up and said, get out here. Get to it. Here I am. Alright. Of course, I'm going to take a nap after this reading and go back to sleep. I don't know why, but I've been smoking on cigars. I've switched from cigarettes to cigars. And I actually like them better. They don't feel the same as the tobacco from the cigarettes. It's not as harsh. And that's weird. I'm going to look into that. Okay? Anyway, back to this karmic. So, we left off that her only desire was to destroy the union. Okay? She's trying to tempt this masculine to cheat on his divine feminine. Okay? And I feel this karmic putting out all the stops. Because she knows the masculine. That's why he's going to be tempted. But I feel like what saves this masculine is the fact that he allowed the divine feminine to lead him in that moment. You know? And I love that because it's like he wasn't afraid to share the power with her. You see what I'm saying? In that moment. And that's a good thing, you know? And I just picked that up. He allowed his divine feminine to take the lead on that situation. So divine masculine, take notes, okay? Shit. That also stood out to me in that vision. Instead of him responding to the karmic and getting all upset, he allowed the divine feminine to be strategic and control the situation, okay? Which was good because that puts her back in power. Damn. That puts her back in power because in that moment she was triggered. And I feel like he recognized that. Because see, this is the divine feminine's energy. I feel like the darkness around her eyes, she couldn't see clearly. But she had to listen to her greater wisdom. But when he put her in the lead, it opened her back up and made her feel secure in her union. Why? Because it's masculine. I feel like he peeped game. He's like, bitch, get out of here. And shot that bitch down by putting his divine feminine. Oh, this masculine is strategic. I just picked up this masculine was being strategic and put his divine feminine because he saw that trigger in her. He saw the trigger in her. I feel like this masculine truly loves his divine feminine. And he will hurt a motherfucker over his divine feminine. But in that moment, instead of him going to war, he strategically placed his divine feminine in front of him and let her shoot the arrow. Oh, that way it built that security back in her, strengthened her, let her know that her place is secure with him. Oh. We're going to see what comes out as we read, but that's what I'm channeling off these cards right now. And he allowed this cycle to close out. This is a King of Wands. I feel like he peeped game. He knew at that moment he was at war. His test, his faith was at war. He had to go to battle. And he was victorious by how he moved. Ooh. We're going to read it. Okay. I'm going to read them and see what it says. But that's what I'm channeling. All right. Let's go back to the karmic. Okay. Like I said, this karmic will come in real thirsty, okay? And she gonna pull out all the stops. But this karmic, I feel like she's trying to drive a wedge in the middle of y'all's with garden here. I feel like this is like the Garden of Eden, you know? only Adam and Eve was allowed in the garden. She's trying to find her way in, okay? And bring all her filth with her, okay? Right. Like I said, you and this divine masculine and divine feminine had just, got yourselves. Y'all could have just been laying down for the night. Could have just had a shower, whatever, with clean hair. Y'all could have cleaned up, laid down, and was enjoying y'all evening. Here comes this karmic trying to disrupt y'all's evening, okay? But this karmic is going to test this divine masculine's will because she knows how to get it. She's going to try her best to pull on his heartstrings to see if he truly loves this divine feminine. Okay? She may there's no telling what she may do, divine masculine, in order to tempt you. Okay? She may, if you still have issues with, say, like if you had issues with any insecurities, if you haven't strengthened those insecurities, then this karmic is going to try to pull on those insecurities and pull you out, okay? Or any fears you may have had. This karmic knows you well, is what I'm hearing, okay? She thinks she's got a one-up on the divine feminine because of that, okay? With this realm energy, we got, Capricorn energy. Again, we got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Alright. We got Aries energy, Leo energy, Sagittarius energy. We got Earth energy here, okay? And we have air energy too. And I say that because I see all this blue, okay? This karmic is going to do her best to tempt you, divine masculine, okay? And she's going to come in cool and calm. I feel like this is a trickster energy. This karmic is good with her words, okay? Use her words to get what she wants. So you're going to have to use your best defense, and I feel like the best defense is your divine feminine here, okay? I don't know how far off into y'all union y'all is or will be when this happens. This hasn't happened for some of y'all. Some of y'all, this will happen, okay? Or has happened, or is about to happen. Okay. Hopefully they don't cut out again. I think I fixed the problem. I think that was an error on my end. But anyway, you're going to be tested, divine masculine, okay? And I think you're going to pick up on some key words she may slide out her filthy ass mouth. And it's not going to wash over well with you, okay? I feel like part of you still looks at the good in this karmic, okay? And you're reminiscing. She's going to bring us some old memories, okay? Things that was good between y'all. And she's going to see if you take that drink, okay? She's offering you a cup of water. That water is dark, okay? That water is dark. Look at all the darkness around her, okay? And if you take this cup of water, you're going to be forgetting everything you learned about this karmic, the reason why you left the karmic, okay? So Spirit is calling you to recall why you left, okay? Why you left this karmic, why it was so hectic with this karmic. Remember the bad, not the good, okay? Because the bad outweighs the good with this karmic, okay? She's going to pull you on the good, but you have to remember the bad. And I feel like you're going to pinpoint that shit. I feel like you're really going to pinpoint that shit. And you're like, look, I'm a man who is involved. Because the King of Wands, I almost said King Kong. You might turn to King Kong on this bitch if you talk to her. Maybe that's the energy. You're probably gonna get angry with this karmic because you realize she's pulling on your heartstrings. But the King of Wands is a man in a commitment. In the upright, he is not stepping out of his union. Okay? He is a warrior for that relationship. He fights, he protects, he makes sure he stands in his power, he leads with wisdom. Okay? So you're in the upright here, which is good. Alright? So, alright? I don't see no bad energy here because I feel like I'm gonna go in it. I'm gonna pull some more tarot to see what the energy is like between you and your divine feminine in this union. Okay? But I feel like this karmic's really gonna try you. She's really gonna try you. She's gonna pull out all the stops, and I mean all of them. Okay? But I feel like this karmic is gonna get upset with this Knight of Cups energy. Because by you putting this divine feminine in the way, she like no. Spirit said no. Okay. This karmic is going to try to halt the progress between you and this divine feminine. Trying to make herself look good. Some of these karmics may even try to seduce you. And I mean, I'm hearing glass, so she could try to expose her body to you, okay? For some of you, she may even, if it's over the phone, because in my dream, this was over the phone. These was like voice texts that she was sending this masculine. Not voicemails, but voice texts. You know how you can hit the microphone and speak what you want to say? And I feel like she had woke this masculine up with these messages. Because the divine feminine woke up later while he was listening to him. Okay? But Spirit is saying, if you fuck with this karmic, it's gonna be like putting mud all over your shoes. Ew. Yeah, I feel like this karmic made it with this muddy shoes. Okay, this is like putting filth back on. It's like going outside working all day in the hot sun and sweating in your clothes, and then turn around, go home, take a shower, cleanse yourself, and then put those same dirty ass clothes back on. That's what I'm hearing. So that's what this karmic gonna be like, divine masculine. Okay. And I feel like this karmic doesn't work. So the whole reason why she coming, because she needs your money. Because wealth did stand out here, okay? She needs your energy, and she needs your wealth, your money. This karmic is cold. And since you've been gone, that fire, that heat is gone. Oh, what's that song? What is that song? When the skeletons come out the closet and chase you all around the room, memory serves as a ghost. If you think you're lonely now, there it is. Wait until tonight, girl. I feel like that's what this karmic listening to. Realize that she lonely and your ass done left. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. And the question is, for you, divine masculine, do you truly desire this karmic? If so, that's something you need to look at, because I feel like this is a toxic pattern that you went through with this karmic. But this karmic is not going to stop. She's going to be relentless, okay? And I feel like if you listen to what I say here about putting their divine feminine in the seat to take care of the situation for you, by blocking her by all means, even if you have to change your number, because I don't feel like this karmic knows where y'all live, okay? But that communication, any way, form, if you got family members, because in my mind, I was asking, how did she get his phone number, you know? I don't know. Maybe somebody you know could have gave this karmic your phone number if you blocked her before you left. Okay? Or maybe she knew your number and you blocked her and she's calling from a different number. Okay? Or maybe you meet her out while traveling. Okay? You could be with your divine feminine. Take it how it resonates. This don't have to be like I said. The situation can be so many things. But I feel like your divine feminine is going to be present at that moment. Okay? Or walk up on you in that moment. Okay? Alright? So I'm giving you every avenue this situation could take place. Okay? Have this scenario. There's many scenarios to this, is what I'm hearing for some of you. Okay? That's why I'm trying to give you different ways to look at it, okay? But this karmic is not going to stop. If you meet this karmic as person, she's going to do everything she can. I'm not saying you met her, but you run into her. Thank you. You run into this karmic, and it ain't by chance, I'm hearing. If you run into this karmic while in union and married to your divine feminine, and you run into this karmic on purpose, for you, it would just be by chance. For her, it's on purpose because she's been watching and stalking you. Okay? Maybe you don't change jobs, or maybe you live in the same area. I don't know. But this karmic got her ears and her eyes, and she's got her eyes trained on both of you. That's all she's looking at here. I'm going to let y'all see what I'm looking at. She's mainly focused on your divine feminine, though. She's focused on you energetically, but she's mainly focused on your divine feminine. Okay? The whole key is to get you to hurt. She wants to hurt the divine feminine. It ain't about hurting you. Well, it will hurt you, because if you fall for this shit and lose your divine feminine behind this shit, then it's going to hurt you. So, she's trying to hurt both of you, but her main intent is to hurt the divine feminine, because the divine feminine is in the center of this read here. Okay? This karmic is also jealous of the strength that this divine feminine have, and the self-control that this divine feminine has. This karmic is emotionally unstable and emotionally immature. And emotionally unavailable. She's definitely coming in trying to love bomb you. And she's not going to take no for an answer. She's going to try to tempt you in that very moment. Okay? And she's not going to stop until she succeeds. Okay? So some of y'all may have to get the authorities involved, because some of these karmics is psycho. That's what I'm hearing. But this karmic is cold and calculated. She's plotting this demise, okay? She may wait till y'all get good and cozy, okay? And strike at the worst possible moment for y'all. But the exact possible good moment for her. You see what I'm saying? She may try to spot a weakness within you and your divine feminine. Right. She believes what she's doing is good. And I did pick up religion here. Maybe your divine feminine doesn't have a religion. Okay? And I say that because she looks like this with the 7. I see this shamanistic energy on your divine feminine. Okay? Your divine feminine could be tapped into the divine. Okay? Damn. I seriously think, I just saw this. Look at what you're wearing on your head, divine masculine. You're here. See you? You have an eagle hat on. And look what's at the top of her thoughts. And then you have the ram. And I feel like the ram is your divine feminine. There's something else here too. Ah, that's the divine. Look, that is a raven. See the raven over the ram? There's a raven there. I never noticed that. That's a divine protecting his divine feminine. I said your divine feminine had a connection with the divine. Wow. I'm going to give you some keywords with this desire card because they struck me. It says desires, wants, dreams, ambitions, goal, price, gestation. So she's going to wait a while, okay, with gestation to try to manifest this destruction between your union. But there's going to be some consequences for her selfishness, okay? It says key phrases. What do you desire most? How much do you want it? Desire compels action. Make another attempt. She's making another attempt. Okay? Great expectations. Great disappointment. But Spirit says she's going to be disappointed because that raven there, I didn't even see that. Ground your desires in reality. This karmic is not thinking in rational. Okay? She is not grounded in reality. This is somebody that lives in a fantasy world, okay? What you desire will have a price. And I feel like this is a warning to the karmic. What she desires will have a price is what the divine is telling this karmic. Has your desires waned or changed, okay? And I feel like that's for you, divine masculine. Have your desires for this karmic waned, meaning they're gone, or have they changed, you know? Have they just died down, or have you completely changed your desires for this karmic? Let your consequences be your guide. So again, like I was saying, let the tools that you gained and learned about this karmic to get away from this karmic, let that be your guide. The reasons why you left, okay? To desire something at the expense of others. Again, this karmic only coming after you to hurt your divine feminine. Selfish desires mirror lack within. This karmic has nothing but lack. What I say? Look at her energy. Yes, it's masculine. Like I said, it could be a masculine or feminine. But I feel like it's a divine karmic because when I looked up this image, this was a yellow dragon, which is an emperor energy. So this is a karmic feminine energy coming out of the divine masculine. Okay? She's empty. She's lacks empathy. I'm hearing. She lacks sympathy. She lacks love. She lacks compassion. She lacks. This is someone who lacks emotions altogether. She's very knowledgeable, true knowledge. She knows how to emanate these things, but she does not embody them. Okay? You found that in your divine feminine. She embodies all these things. And I feel like Spirit is asking this karmic. This may be a warning for the karmic right here. I feel like they challenging her. If it says, since she desires to keep going forward with these goals that she set to destroy your union, then they're going to act on her, okay? They're telling y'all that this karmic mentally don't know how to give up. And they asking this karmic I feel like this karmic gets some mental help to see what really what's motivating her to keep doing what she's doing. And I feel like this karmic is gone crazy. She's driven herself crazy. And the Spirit is asking her, she needs to figure out what's compelling her to keep taking these risks. Okay, because she's going to wind up sacrificing herself. Some of these karmics sacrifice their souls. That's what I just heard. And the devil's smiling at them because they keep doing his bidding. Damn. And these is some long. It's like this is in the past. She's sitting in the past position. So with her sitting in the past position, it says when the desire card appears in the past position, it represents past desires and hopes that have motivated you. In turn, moved you to where you are now. So these are some things she's been contemplating for a longer time. These karmics knew they was going to lose you, divine masculine, to this divine feminine. They knew it. So they've been plotting from the time, possibly before you even left, or their next move of how to fuck you and this divine feminine up. In the past, she possibly didn't accomplish these desires. Okay, she could have tried to destroy y'all union before, and she didn't accomplish it. Maybe she did accomplish it in the past for some of y'all. And I feel like after a period of time, those goals that she set to keep y'all pulled away, fell to the wayside. Because you could have possibly changed your mind about this karma. And that's how you came into union with your divine feminine, or going to come into union with your divine feminine. Yeah, you gave this karmic up, but in her mind, you ain't gave her up. She can get you back. This karmic feels like you're afraid of her, divine masculine. Karmic feel like you're afraid of her, and I feel like that's why you're going to have to stand in your power with her. Okay? You're going to have to take actions that's going to put you in this King of Wands, this warrior energy. You're going to have to fight this karmic. Okay? You're going to have to go to battle with this karmic, but Spirit is saying here, with the world, you're going to be successful in closing this cycle out. Okay? Completely. For good. That's what I'm hearing. No more. Like I said, some of y'all might have to have the karmic arrested. Because this sounds like a psycho energy to me. Peace and blessings. You watching, hit that like button. Welcome. This karmic really don't have a valid reason why she's doing this shit. Only for the fact that she's evil. Only for the fact that she's evil. And I feel like this is a warning to this karmic. They're saying now is a time for her to address these desires and reevaluate her motives. And to determine if what she's planning to do is really worth her holding on to. If she discovers that what she's doing is futile, then she needs to let this go. Because I feel like this move will be her last move. So yeah, Spirit said, yeah, if you continue with this move, Karmic, you will fail. And they're not going to hesitate. Spirit is not going to hesitate to make their move or their attempt on you. Okay? So they letting you know that when these two come into union and they get married, and you come with this bullshit, the divine is not gonna play with you. Okay? You already done suffered. You've been suffering since this masculine left you. And we're gonna see how you've been suffering since this masculine left you. And why the divine is telling you you need to stop. Some of y'all gonna lose your lives is what I'm hearing. Okay? But, you know, it's up to you to keep trying to make attempts on this union. This is somebody who say they're religious, but they don't believe in God, and they don't believe in God's way. I just heard him quote many scriptures, but don't believe not one word of it. Neither do they walk it. Some of y'all masculines, this karmic gonna make y'all think they gave this shit up. But it ain't. That's why Spirit is telling this karmic they need to remember how determined they was at first. Okay, and how they work. Because she suffered. Some of these karmics have seen visions of what Spirit is going to do to them. Spirit is telling this karmic it's time for her to get back in touch with reality. And to ask yourself, is what you're thinking really realistic? Or unrealistic? You can't go against the law of abundance. Because what these two were destined to come into union for, they shall receive. And for every measure that you give out towards these two, they will give you equal measure. Damn. So if you expect a particular outcome to come out of what you're plotting, Spirit is not going to hold back acting on their desires to take you out. Because what you're plotting is unrealistic. Because the divine's order of law and abundance is a one-way street. It's not for you. Some of y'all, if you continue with your plots, Spirit is going to manifest before you. Oh, shit. If you, whatever, they're going to manifest before you. Some of y'all already done lost your furniture. You done lost your money. And you're not receiving any kind of payment from anywhere else. If you had businesses, you lost them businesses. Wow. And that's why y'all coming in, because y'all want these masculines to come feed your pockets to help y'all rebuild what you lost. And Spirit said that's highly unlikely. It's best for you to continue to set yourself free from these desires to destroy these two. Unless you no longer value your life. Damn. Spirit said, what your likelihood is to manifest more damage for yourself. And after when they get through with you, you will be unsellable. Damn. Some of y'all, some of these karmics are selling themselves because they're not able to financially support themselves since these masculines walked away. That's another reason with that mud. I felt that energy. Some of these karmics may have contracted something. Okay? Because they probably had to lead to prostituting themselves in order to make ends meet. Seeing how she's sitting here butt ass naked. And divine masculine, they're asking you, will you still want this karmic knowing she prostituting herself out to get these things? You may have had word about how this karmic was been fixing her problems. But they saying that shop is spoiled and damaged, okay? Damn. And it's best that you continue to suit your purpose and fulfill your expectations with your divine feminine, okay? Damn. If you decide to fall for this karmic, you may spend the rest of your life looking for that love again. Damn. So this is a warning to the divine masculine. If you decide to fall for this karmic's temptation once you come into union with your divine feminine, and you fall for this temptation, you may spend the rest of your life looking for that same love and never find it again. Because now you're spoiled and damaged. It's like taking off your royal crown to put on a duke's hat. But if you choose to fight against these karmic temptations, then you won't be disappointed, okay? Spirit said, but do not make this mistake believing that your desires can manifest with this karmic again. For you are free now. And it's time for you to keep making these exchanges with this new energy and investing your time with your divine feminine, okay? This karmic's gonna make it, and if these karmics are well off, if they manage to prostitute their way back into wealth, Spirit is saying that, look, stop, alarm. Alarm just popped up and says stop. That could be for you that's watching me and not hitting that like button. I told y'all, if y'all come in here watching, getting information, and you don't hit that like button, that automatically let me know you're a karmic. This karmic may try to tempt you with money as well. If she managed to prostitute her wealth back up. But Spirit said you're needing to not act upon this and take actions elsewhere, or this is going to be a healthy price for you, okay? They said you have a new connection that is brand new and undamaged. Some of y'all will be brand new married, newlyweds. And this union is undamaged between you and your divine feminine. So if you're able to not fall for this karmic's desire tempts or desire this karmic, then you're going to win. But if you let her in, you're going to destroy your life. Some of y'all could run out. I told y'all those different places y'all might run into these karmics. Y'all could be at work. Okay? Some of y'all could be out to lunch, someone having coffee. That's what these karmics may try to do. Ask you to come have coffee or go out to lunch with them just so they can talk. But there's more to that shit. If they call you, okay? Because remember in the vision, she was asking you to come over, okay? So don't take these karmics up. Spirit is saying, divine masculine, if you pass this test, you can have faith and believe that any money or anything that you and this divine feminine has built is going to continue to manifest, okay? Depending on how you move here, what you choose. But there's only one way to your abundance, and that's your divine feminine. It's karmic. Your ancestors saying they're, and Most High saying they're blocking any abundance coming your way. Or if you're the divine feminine still dealing with a karmic, they're blocking any abundance coming your way because these karmics are not entitled to it. And they don't want them getting this abundance. They have not earned it, I'm hearing. But if you believe your divine feminine is the lottery, then trust that she is the lottery. And will continue to give you the freedom that you've been seeking all so long while being bought by this karmic. Damn. So if you desire that new thing with your divine feminine, put your money where your mouth is and get towards that energy, okay? Go buy your ticket. Or go buy, if you plan on marrying your divine feminine, go buy your ring, okay? And they say you likely, some of y'all may be thinking about purchasing a ring for your divine feminine. They say you may likely find one at a fair price. Okay, but once you come into union with your divine feminine, y'all are going to have to build the basis of this connection and increase y'all's chances in order to increase y'all's chances of winning. Okay? Because this connection does not work if you don't take the time to put this effort in to build this, make this connection stable. Like I said, these karmics could come in to tempt y'all within weeks of union, months of union, or even years. Okay? Right when you think you're winning with your divine feminine. And that's when this karmic gonna make her desires present. Okay? So keep that in mind. But these karmics, Spirit is telling y'all their desires to destroy these unions is highly unrealistic. Okay? And you need to see that. They're delusional. They're delusion, and they're gonna try to place illusion on you to make you think that they can love you better. I just heard that I can love you better than she can. Bullshit. No, she can't. And you should know that, because whatever you've established with your divine feminine, you ought to know that this divine feminine loves you way better than this karmic. Y'all have great intimacy with each other. And Spirit is saying that y'all have a very intimate relationship within this marriage. Damn. Some of y'all may even become movie stars. Or it may even have to move to the opposite side of the world. Damn. Some of y'all may become rich and famous and have to move away. Or will be moving away. Yeah, because this karmic is not going to lay these unfounded fantasies that she has on destroying your union down. She's not going to let it down. But Spirit said to just pray for her, okay? Some of these karmics may have y'all photos on an altar. Or have a shrine. I heard a shrine. Some of these karmics may worship y'all. But like I said, you may end up having to put this karmic in jail. Y'all may have to, if you don't move away from the area, you may have to wind up having this karmic arrested. Because this is a psycho energy. This is somebody that ain't gonna stop. And I'm feeling like if she can't get you sexually, then she's gonna go physically, trying to invoke fear to tear y'all apart. If she can't get you, then she's going to try to invoke fear. But I feel like that's what this karmic want most out of this world, is to destroy y'all's union. And Spirit is asking you, Divine Masculine, what's more important to you in this world? Your union with your Divine Feminine, or destroying that beautiful union for this nasty ass karmic? That's what I just heard. You need to get grounded and look at the potential of the situations, okay? Weigh the pros and cons. You need to, Spirit said, you need to first approach this karmic and look and see if she even coming to you realistically. If what she's saying to you is even realistic. And a lot of y'all know it's not, because you've been with these karmics before. They probably made you promises before and they never came into fruition because they were lying to you. Spirit said, no matter what though, do what needs to be done. If you make the right choice by not going for this karmic's temptation or tactics, then you may have to do what's necessary in order to remove her out of y'all's way. For some of y'all, it may come deadly, because I see this masculine with a weapon. Some of y'all may even get an order of protection against this karmic. Okay? You may even have had her arrested before because of her trying to destroy y'all's union or come after y'all. But some of y'all may have to resort to lethal methods, and I'm not promoting that violence, but that may be the last resort energy, because I'm seeing that move in Fatal fucking Attraction. Okay, this is like Fatal Attraction, where this motherfucker was trying to kill him because he didn't want her, trying to kill his wife because she didn't want her to have him. So for some of y'all, this karmic may even try to break in your home and you may have to kill her. Okay? Or use self-defense. Okay? You're going to have to use self-defense because these motherfuckers are deranged, is what I'm hearing. This karmic is deranged. I feel like if the circumstances is right, y'all will come out if it did go to that dire need, okay? I feel like Spirit is saying y'all will be blessed, and no harm will come towards you, okay? Because your efforts was to protect. You know, you can't protect property, but you can always protect a life. So I feel like if anything legal came out of this, okay, y'all will come out of this prosperous, okay? But that would be the price that this karmic had to pay. Like I said, some of them, I kept challenging, some of them may lose their life, because some of these karmics may go to the extremes to try to break into your homes, to try to take you out. And these karmics is asking because they think it's easy. These karmics think they so clever, they think it'll be easy to take y'all out, but it's not. Okay? But this karmic spirit is warning you, saying that this is a price that you're willing to pay on your own terms if you go to these links. That it would be your karma. Once y'all are successful with removing this karmic out of your life, y'all will have a happy life after that, okay? These karmics have a chance of having a happy life too if they choose to let this shit go and walk away. Of rebuilding, learning their lesson. And learning how to heal themselves, is what I'm hearing. Or getting the help that they need. But they need to know that, this karmic need to know that Spirit, Divine Feminine, and Divine Masculine is not afraid of her or him. Okay? Either way, the situation will end in happiness. Damn. The happiness between the divine feminine and divine masculine will be fulfilled if he makes the right choice. Spirit wants this karmic to know that the more that she desires the destruction of this connection, the more she will be disappointed, okay? The more disappointment she's going to meet. Everything that she desires is going to fail to manifest. But she is fixated on, some of these karmics are fixated on this desired outcome of destroying this union. But some of them will realize that their expectations to destroy these unions will fail, and they will give up. And they're going to start asking themselves, why was they even bothered with it in the first place? Some of these karmics could be possessed. Because I'm feeling like this I is something that's controlling this karmic. I feel like this karmic is possessed by an evil entity. For real. And I feel like some of these karmics may realize that and they may fall into regret, okay, because they realize that all their attempts to do this was useless, and they may snap back into reality and realize that, especially if they was doing spell work and black magic over y'all, okay, they may have possessed themselves with an evil entity, and this entity may let them go because they didn't fulfill on the expectations. And that's when they're going to come in and they're going to regret every damn thing they ever did. And then that's when they most likely may try to go get them some help. Okay? Trying to go get themselves cleansed and get themselves together. Some of these karmics is just evil, incarnated. They possess evilness. Some of them is not. They just unstable because they're emotionally unstable, okay? Because they're immature. They never growed up. So for those that never growed up, they have a chance. Those are just evil and possessed by this evilness, they're going to lose their life. If it do come to a point where y'all have to defend yourselves physically from these karmics and take them out with your own hand, Spirit say you may live in regret for doing that for a little while, but you will heal from it. Hopefully it don't come to that. That's the last result is what I'm hearing, because it's in the last position over here. So hopefully it don't come to that. Hopefully by your divine feminine, you being smart and strategic and placing your divine feminine to head this situation and address this karmic backs the fuck off and go on by her business. If not, if she continues to pursue, it may go to this. Some of these karmics is not going to give up. That's why Spirit say y'all may have to move around the world away from this bitch, okay? Where she can't have a prying eye on you. But y'all are going to be coming into a bunch of new opportunities once y'all successfully get these karmics out of your energy fields and out of your lives, okay? And there will be growth, and y'all will have increased. Okay? These karmics made the fatal mistake of making a habit of judging their little successes and destroying y'all connection before y'all came into union. That's where they fucked up at. They got boosted their egos. If they were successfully able to tear y'all apart, before y'all one of these karmics is talking shit, and whoever you are, you can kiss my ass. They made the fatal mistake of thinking that they had success, boosting their egos because they had little success in the beginning, tearing y'all apart, and that's why some of them are going to continue, thinking they can do it again, even though y'all are in union. But Spirit said they still being unrealistic. They're going to fail along the way again because they think some of these karmics think they're perfect. They're not. But Spirit is saying if y'all stand strong together, y'all will have perfect success in eliminating these karmics. And I feel like if y'all are in a position to teach, if you're in the public's eye, take these lessons that you learn to help improve these connections for future twins coming into union. And Spirit, if y'all are successful in closing out the cycles completely with these karmics, Spirit wants you to know that they're proud of you and they're always going to be doing their very best to make sure they're protecting you. That they want y'all to focus on your long-term goals. And that's all that's necessary, really. Really, some of y'all, Spirit is going to take these karmics out and y'all ain't going to have to worry about them. Okay? Oh, some of these karmics' lungs may be filling up with fluid. Some of these karmics may drown in their own bodily fluids. That's what I just heard. Those are some of the actions that these divine may be taking towards these karmics. They may have some health issues that's going to cause a death. And that's their long-term goal. Some of these their long-term goal is to make these karmics suffer if they continue to pursue y'all, to stay in pursuit of y'all. And they're going to suffer. They may become ill. So ill that it's going to change them where they ain't going to be able to even come after y'all. So Spirit is saying that these karmics value their health and their life. It's best that they allow the outcome of harmony in this union to stay as is. Damn. Because to continue pursuing these desires, they're going to evolve. It's going to involve yourself coming to your own demise. No matter what you do, you can't fix these outcomes. Okay? These unions are set in stone. Okay? Terror is not set in stone. But these unions that the Most High has put together and these ancestors have worked diligently for to bring these two in the union, that shit's set in stone. So no matter what these karmics do, if they wasn't successful in wiping y'all out before y'all came in union, once y'all come in the union, they can't break what's solid. You see what I'm saying? Now, for divine masculine and divine feminine, potential blockages for you, the two of you, is not being completely honest with each other. Okay? And not healing the hurt that you two may have shared before coming into union. Also, if there was any greed or selfishness between the two of you in the past, I don't know, one of y'all could have been greedy and one of you not. I don't know, one of you was a taker and one was you a giver. If that has not healed or transformed, then that needs to heal before this karmic. Before y'all come into union. Because that is going to be the way the karmic comes in and try to pull on whoever, whether you're the divine feminine coming away from a karmic or a divine masculine coming away from a karmic. Okay? Spirit is telling this karmic that there is no justification for placing yourself between the two. Okay? Involved in this relationship. There's no justification. These divine unions are sealed. And if you're trying to use the fact that the Most High throw the divine feminine in or divine masculine in their lap while they was still connected to you, then that was a sign for you to let go, because this union was not meant for you. Okay, the union that you have with this divine being was not for you. Okay, so there's no justification in your actions. No matter what. No, exactly. It says there's no justification in your actions in trying to come in between these two people who are involved in this relationship, this divine union with their divine partner. All right, for divine masculine, divine feminine. They're warning you to let you know that if one of these karmics seeks to enter this relationship, there will be an ending of this relationship if you allow them in. So show each one of you. So have the utmost respect for each other, not to allow these karmics to do this to you. And ask yourselves, once you come into the union, do you really want to lose your divine counterpart after you work so hard to come into union? And divine masculine, Spirit said you need to ask yourself, do you really want to involve yourself with this person who actively chose to deceive and hurt you and your partner by trying to enter this relationship with your divine feminine? Do not allow this karmic to tempt you, or by coming in and trying to make you feel sorry for her or him, because it's only going to lead to unhappiness and neglect. Instead, desire to do better for yourself and your divine counterpart. And do what's right, okay? By your true divine counterpart. All right? And if anything arises, divine masculine, divine feminine, that you're not feeling up to par about, then y'all need to be what's the word I'm looking for? Compassionate enough to hear each other out. Okay? I'm hearing that, because it's like when I was married, I used to work with my ex-husband, and there was this guy there who was very handsome, but I was faithful to my husband. This guy kept trying to tempt me, right? So I went to my ex-husband and I'm like, hey, you see that guy over there? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am attracted, but I don't want to fuck up my marriage. So, would you go take care of that situation for me? You know, so I openly told him, you know, the truth, that this man was tempting me. I saw him tempting me. He played like he was just playing, but he was trying to tempt me. And I was attracted to him, but I was like, no, I'm not going there, you know. So to save myself, I went to my ex-husband and told him the truth, you know, and that saved me. So even in these unions, there will be temptations. Even if it ain't from your past karmics, okay? There will be future temptations. Don't be afraid to tell your partner. It's better to tell your partner ahead of time. That way you keep each other away from unhappiness within the union. That shows respect for both of you. By being honest and transparent. And letting your partner know of the other person's intentions. You see what I'm saying? And Divine Feminine, if you have any insecurities of being cheated on, Spirit says stop your worries, okay? Because I feel like your masculine desires you most of all, okay? And if this situation arises, to think about union. Think about who you and him are and what you've overcome, and take those tools, okay, to start firming your foundation to keep your union solid. Keep the light shining in this situation. That don't mean y'all always got to agree with each other neither. Okay? Spirit is asking this karmic to ask yourself, why do you desire the desire to failure or harm to another who is doing their best to improve their lives? Just because you don't like them or agree with their lifestyle choices, why do you choose? This should suggest a lack within yourself, okay? Instead of projecting outward, you need to look inward, because this is showing a lack within you. Something that you could have possibly been born with. And feared your own. I mean, this was something you was born with. Because you possibly feared to act on your own desires. To lead your life, to make your life better. So you think it's easy to judge others and condemn others because you fear to live your own life to the fullest? Because you wish failure and harm on others for doing the very thing you was afraid to do for yourself? Spirit is saying, but they are not responsible for your unhappiness. You are. Karmic. And then he said you need to ask yourself, if you always find yourself wanting more and you're never satisfied with what you already have, then and always have to have the biggest and the best and the brand names and all this shit, then ask yourself why. Why is that important to you? Do you actually use all these things that you buy and accumulate? Do they even serve a purpose? Or is your true desire to be able to brag about what you have? Your house, your car, your phone. And worrying about how others see your status. If that's what your desire is, status, then it's better for those to have less. And for divine, and then it says, you risk being perceived as self-important, arrogant, and greedy. And that's why these masculines left y'all ass, because that's what y'all desired, status, material. And these masculines left you because that was on the outside, that was superficial. That's that thought shit. So You wonder why the masculine left you, or why the divine feminine left you? It's because they did not desire these things. They knew that through love and appreciation of another and caring for another, all that shit was gonna manifest in their life anyway, because that's the highest fucking vibration. While you're operating in a low vibration, not knowing how to be happy within yourself. And that's what's part of y'all's problem. Y'all mistaking material wealth for abundance, and that's not true abundance. Material wealth is not abundance. You've made yourself a slave to bear these desires, to possess and control. You are a slave. Spirit says now it's time for you to look deeper in yourself if this is who you are. If you're focused on the material things, if you're more worried about how another perceives you and how much money is in your account or how much money you can flash in front of others, then you really need to look deeper within yourself and ask yourself whether having these possessions make you feel more in control. Does it make you feel good about yourself? Does it truly increase your feelings of self-worth and self-esteem? Ask yourself also, who are you without these possessions? If you didn't have none of this shit, who would you be? Would that person be happy? Would the people around you like who you were then? If your answer is no to all of this, then ask yourself why. Why do you continue to do and lead yourself down this path of destruction? To fulfill your own selfish desires and mask the lack that's within you. You're only deceiving yourself at that point. And the fact that you keep giving in to these desires, this is an opportunity for you to ask yourself, how selfish are you? And consider the consequences behind your actions. If you're able to recognize yourself in a reflection, then you need to take that time and let your consequences guide you instead of the lack within. Let your not the consequences. Let your consciousness guide you instead of the lack within. All right. Do I keep going? All right, we're moving over to divine feminist energy. So that was the karmic. That's what she's up to or he's up to, and that's what y'all need to be aware of, and the actions and consequences that's going to take place if this karmic pursue these desires to destroy this union. Okay? This is for some of y'all, like I said, this is future energy. For some of y'all, this is present energy. And for some of y'all, it's taking place now, in the now. Okay? The next few weeks, months, or years. Okay? For divine feminine. Destiny. Personal destiny, universal destiny, seeking answers, purpose, quest. I feel like Spirit is saying for you to remember your purpose with being your divine masculine, okay? When this trigger come up, because this is going to trigger you, okay? Your destiny is to become whole and connected, okay? Some of y'all are already connected, okay? But with this rock here, that's a rock or whatever. It's really an egg. That's an egg. But there's a snake here which represents karmic energy. You could have had a dark karmic past, okay? And this is going to bring up a trigger for you. Alright? But I feel like Spirit is saying, if that's still a trigger for you now, the fear of being cheated on, then you need to heal that energy before you come into union. Your destiny is to lead a life with meaning and purpose. Step inside and explore heart and mind. Discover your gifts and talents. A sense of purpose and confidence. Ancestral healing may be required. Right. Some of y'all are still carrying pains from your ancestors that still need to be healed, okay? So this may not be just something that's all solely on you, Divine Feminine. This may be this trigger could be from past lives or from passed down from ancestral patterns, okay? Maybe you lived watching the feminines in your energy in your life be cheated on, okay? Or maybe in it pattern carried over in your life, okay? So if that has not healed within you yet, then you need to get grounded in that and heal that. Shine the light on that darkness that still lives there. Okay, because that's something that you're needing to heal or in the process of healing when this happens, okay? But I really feel like this moment is going to be that defining moment that heals that for you if it hasn't already healed, okay? It's going to give you the strength because of the way the masculine chooses to handle it, okay? I feel like this karmic may come up with 8 reasons of why she feel like y'all shouldn't be together. But Spirit said, embrace your destiny, Divine Feminine. Your destiny is twofold. And you have a universal destiny and a personal destiny. Your universal destiny is to become whole and connected to find your center. So you're going to have to you may have to go within and find your center in this moment to overcome all that tries to destroy your peace, okay? You're going to have to face your fears in this moment and let go of any hurt and love yourself and the life with your universal delight, which is your divine masculine. Spirit said your personal destiny is to keep seeking your bliss, okay? Your destiny is also to find and lead a life that has meaning and purpose, okay? But know that your destiny is not going to be found out there in the world, okay? You need to, at this moment, when this shit take place, you're going to have to step outside yourself and explore your heart and your mind, okay? I feel like because whatever this fear is, this trigger is not predetermined, okay? It's not part of your destiny. Your days of being cheated on is over, is what I'm hearing. So I feel like if that is a fear you're having, this could be part of your manifestation as well, okay? So I feel like now is the time to get rid of this energy. To know that your masculine is coming in to be soul and whole and solid with you. Okay? Solid as a rock with you. Alright? Because he's probably been cheated on as well. This is somebody who's experienced what you've experienced. So you need to know that this masculine knows what it feels like. Okay? For those who learned their lessons coming into union with you, they knows what it feels like to be hurt. And that's why I feel like they're going to instantly take this karmic out. I feel like if this divine masculine decides to put you in the lead to take the lead in destroying this karmic and pushing her out, I feel like that's gonna be like a gift to you, okay? And you may recognize the talent within your divine masculine that he actually learned his lesson. You're going to have to use your gifts and your talents to get through this, okay? And make sure you use them for the benefit of you and your counterpart. That to know that y'all are destined to be with each other. Some of y'all are destined to multiply, okay? And this masculine mate, whatever his actions he take, if he take the right actions, this is going to give you more sense of purpose and confidence within y'all's connection. And it's going to bring you more joy and peace and fulfillment. But they're saying this is going to be an obstacle and a challenge, okay? And this destiny has been filled with many obstacles and challenges. Your path. Okay, so instead of you feeling like that the past is repeating itself and that it's real, I feel like you need to go within and go within with spirit on this, okay? I feel like spirit is telling you that there's no shady play here on your divine masculine's part. This is solely karmic energy. And it's all about how you two move when it comes to this situation. Allow your love and your passions to inspire you to make to let you feel complete within yourself during this situation. And to know that you are right by standing by your masculine side. This is part of what you're destined to do, okay? To have each other's back, no matter what. If you haven't came in union with your masculine yet, Spirit wants you to try to focus on some things, okay? Like maybe gardening or painting or fixing something that's broken and repurposing them. Use your creativities right now, okay? Or to channel this energy, okay? To channel this energy, to transmute this energy that this karma is going to bring your way. Try to focus more on putting that energy towards your creative attributes instead of being creative on how to fuck her off. That's what I just heard. Okay? This could help you heal, okay? And it also, some of y'all, if y'all do these things, it could also add a protection, be added protection for you. But the key is to recognize how this situation make you feel, okay? And what you're willing to do in order to keep this energy from being a key part of your life. Some of y'all may be older than your divine masculines or younger, and Spirit is saying to know that you are divine either way, okay? That you have purpose. And this karmic may try to insult you if you have, if they know that you have any kind of self-esteem issues. I feel like you need to know that this divine masculine is a gift to you and you are a gift to him. And y'all need to discover if y'all, when y'all come into union, y'all may come into more gifts. And y'all need to discover how y'all can use these gifts towards your talents. But I feel like rely on your strength, okay? Allow your strength to push you through this situation. Because this is going to be a situation you've never been through before. Maybe in the past, masculines didn't put you first, okay? And I feel like this divine masculine is going to put you first in this situation. It's going to be something different for you. All right, some of y'all could, I feel like if you're magical, some of y'all could actually make candles to prevent this energy. Damn, to prevent this from even happening. Or to clear this ancestral wounding that's coming up, to clear it out. And that's crazy because I said in the beginning, Spirit had me making a candle. I've been making a candle for this whole week. You know, and it's not done. There's layers to this shit, you know. But once it's done, they want me to burn it. But, you know, maybe that's what Spirit is saying. If you know how to do candle magic, okay, for the light, that is, for the highest good of others, then you may be guided to do the same thing, okay? To heal this wounding so that this karmic can't use it against you to turn you against your masculine. Yeah, I feel like whatever this candle is, and I take heed to this too, it's going to invite more room for healing. And it's going to reignite some passions that was lying dormant within you. And Spirit say you need to know this karmic is going to try, because she knows this masculine, okay? You need to remember that you've known this masculine for lifetimes and you've done it well many lifetimes, okay? Damn. Right, I feel like this karmic is gonna try to pull you out of your pull you off your square, okay? Because she wants to embarrass you, okay? She wants to put the spotlight on you, but I feel like you have the ability to do it better, okay? You have the ability to put the spotlight on her ass better than she can put it on you, okay? You need to know that you are very important to the divine in the work that you do. That the divine is doing work behind the scenes, okay? To keep this situation from even coming to reality with spotlight here. This karmic, you need to know that even though this karmic may try to put the spotlight on you, that she is no comparison to you. Okay? And this is a common mistake that she believes that she can keep using. I feel like you know this now. Alright, some of y'all's destiny is intertwined with your career path. Some of y'all feel like that all this is happening to you because of the careers that you chose. The Spirit saying it has absolutely nothing to do with that. That you may in fact continue to keep walking this career path that you're on. Especially if it's something that you love to do. If it's something that you don't love to do, then maybe you are on the wrong career path. But if you love doing it, then stay on it. Also, be wary that it says that sometimes the things we love to do most is not suitable for a career, okay? And I feel like with that, if you love to do something, okay, don't look at it as a career, okay? Look at it as something you love to do. And some of y'all, these karmics was trying to destroy whatever you do for your life purpose. Hello, Moto. Okay? So, don't allow that. I'm going to have to come back, y'all. Alright? But I'm going to come back with a part 2. But I need to go recall that energy right there. Okay, I just got, I need to call that, get that call. But I'm gonna come back with Divine Feminine. Pause it, put a pin in it, okay? I'll be back.